is here, Vinyl Rebel. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are having an awesome day, a blessed week. In this time of trouble, turmoil, things are going on in our country, you know, I just hope that you're dealing with it like we all are through love and compassion and understanding. That being said, let's get on with this. Come on, guys. I picked up some records. Gosh, since the last time I talked to you guys, I don't get to pick up. I don't get to pick up a lot of them very often, but when I do, it's cool. I did get a used record and two new records I got. One I got through Barnes and Noble, and the other one I got at Amazon. So let's start out with this one. Picked this one up the other day. Dawkins, Back for the Attack. It's in pretty good condition, not too bad. It's got wear on the spine here. On here, you can kind of tell here on the edges. It's got a little bit of ring wear on top and on top here. You kind of see that. Other than that, the album is in pretty good shape. It's got the band inside. Put this here. The sleeve is split here, so you know it's one of those things. It just gets knocked around. I think it's a little bit split on this side as well. Yeah, it is. But it was not too bad shape. There's no scratches on it. It plays really nice. I do need to get a MoFi sleeve for these, and I haven't picked up any MoFi sleeves, but it's off of Elektra. This is, of course, the original copy. So Back for the Attack, pretty cool. Dawkins, you know, and it was funny because I wasn't like a huge Dawkins fan in middle school, but I did love this album, and I loved Under Lock and Key as well. So those are two of my favorite Dawkins albums. And I used to play in a band, and our guitar player was like hugely influenced by Dawkins, you know, or George Lynch, and one of the songs, Heaven Sent, he played it for me, and I was like, dude, that sounds exactly like Heaven Sent. So he's like, yeah, it is, kind of. So he just kind of rewrote it. But that was cool. Dawkins, Back for the Attack. Great album. You know, it's a great album cover. It's one of those great 80s ones that came out. Really cool stuff. I did like actually Don Dawkins' solo album that he did, and that is, I just love the song Mirror Mirror. It's a great song. One of the bands I don't have, and it's, you know, there's a lot of people like this band. I wasn't a big fan of theirs, although I did like some of their songs. Actually, I liked about 3 or 4 of their songs, but I wasn't like a huge fan of this band. And Bon Jovi, I wasn't a big fan of them growing up, but I did like Lay Your Hands on Me, Let It Rock. I liked a few of their earlier stuff because it sounded more metal to me. But I really liked some of that older stuff from them. And I don't have any Bon Jovi records, but you know, Born to Be My Baby, that was a pretty good song, and I actually liked that, you know. And I did like Bon Jovi's solo stuff that he did for Young Guns, the soundtrack for that. That's a really good album he put together. So, you know, John Bon Jovi's a really good songwriter. I just never had anything from Bon Jovi. Some people have asked me about it, that's why I bring that up. This one I got at Barnes & Noble, and I don't have any records from them, and I'm glad I got it. I need to pick up some more stuff from these guys because when I was in middle school, I was a huge Misfits fan. I became a Misfits fan. Some of you all know the story when the Michael Graves came out. So I wasn't really a big fan of them with Glenn Danzig. But I was a big Ramones fan because their stuff to me was really melodic. So I picked up Ramones, Rocket to Russia. Great 180 gram vinyl. Really cool. Like I said, I really loved the Ramones. Their melodic stuff was really cool. Sorry guys, the bag fell here. And my dog Ziegfeld is here. Ziegfeld, come on. Rocket to Russia. This was the original band. We have Dee Dee, I believe Kiki Ramone, Marky, and Joey. Pull this out. It's got all the little drawings on there with the lyrics. It has Rockaway Beach, I Can't Give You Anything, I Want to Be Well, Surfing Bird, Ramona, Do You Want to Dance, Teenage Lobotomy. So it's a really great shape, great condition. Of course, it's brand new. Sometimes those brand new records, they don't come out very well. It's kind of weird. There it is. Is that backwards? Is that upside down? Rocket to Russia. Yeah. But if you turn this around, just straight around, the label looks off there. So it's pretty weird. But great album. Like I said, I really like the Ramones. Sorry, my screen goes blank, so I have to kind of. I doubt you guys can see it. And I picked this up for about 20 bucks. I don't like spending over 30 for a record, although I will, and I have. I don't like spending a lot, even if it's a record that I really want really bad, and if it's too expensive, I won't go for it. It's that pink logo. Yeah, I won't go for it. And that brings me to my next record, because I've had a few people that I know who have record stores, and they have this record on their shelves, the original pressing, and it was always like 50 bucks, 40 bucks, 80 bucks, and even at the $40 one, the record was in bad shape. So I was like, really, 40 bucks, you know, for this one? And it was funny because before I could find this record cheaper, but I never found it in great shape. So since the 30th anniversary is out for this record, the release of this record, I went ahead and purchased the 30th anniversary of Def Leppard Hysteria. You know what? I bought it when I was 14 years old. This came out in 87, something like that. Yeah, I was like 14 years old when I got this record. And I showed it to my dad. He's like, I remember you bringing that record home. But I still have the hype sticker on there. But picked up the 30th anniversary because I just wanted this record, and I love the songs on it. I have the CD as well, and I'm trying to pick up Adrenalize. I'm trying to see if I can get a copy of that. I know that's on vinyl. I do have a copy of Photographed, but somebody wrote their name across it, so I may pick up a better copy of that one. By the way, what you're hearing in the background, Yngwie Malmsteen trilogy. Anyway, this is a great album. This is my favorite Def Leppard albums. Saw this tour. Saw this one, I believe. Saw this one and Adrenalize. They're both in the round. So pretty cool. This record, it just actually means a lot to me for the songs on it. I met my wife in the 7th grade, so and I'm 44 years old. I'll be 45 in September, and we've been together ever since. So Def Leppard is a special band for me. You know, the only thing is this is a double album. It has 3 songs on every side, so you kind of have to switch it up. And I kind of wish they didn't do that. I wished for the 30th anniversary they may have given us, if it was going to be a double album, give us the whole album all on one vinyl, and maybe release, if they're going to do a double album, make the second album maybe like a live album from In the Round when they did that VHS for this concert. That would have been great to have. That would have been worth, I think, a little bit more, and I would have paid more for it. But they divided all the songs, 3 songs on each side, double album. That's fine. I can work with it. But you know, as long as I have this, I'm good. I think it would have been really cool if they put the whole album on one vinyl and then put a live version of the In the Round and In Your Face. It was called In Your Round, In Your Face, something like that, on the second album. That would have been phenomenal. Would have been great to see. Maybe even a triple album set. You know, I don't know. But I'm glad I got this one. Very excited. Looking forward for this one coming in. I can't believe it's 30 years. But just me and my wife are just blown away. It's over 30 years, right? I remember when Def Leppard came to our town for Pyromania. I was in the 5th grade, and I got in trouble for Def Leppard in school. I took my Pyromania record to school, 5th grade. I don't know why, but that's what we did back then. We would take our comic books to school, and then sometimes we would bring records to school, and we would hide them in our satchels. They were pretty big, backpacks back in the day, and we would hide them in our backpack. And Def Leppard had just came to San Antonio for their Pyromania show, and I didn't get to go see it, but I took my vinyl record of Pyromania to school, and I got in trouble for it. I also got in trouble for taking AC/DC. Well, actually, I didn't take AC/DC. A friend of mine had it. That's right. A friend of mine had it, and I know I had that, but I had it on cassette. But a friend of mine took, gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of it. And he took the one with Bon Scott. It's the last album with Bon Scott. Slipping my mind. It's the one with, where he's got the horns. Anyway, gosh, I'm just like, boom, lost it. But they took that one to school. This kid took it, and I had it in my hand. And I was like, this is cool. This is awesome. And I got in trouble for that. So, and it was funny. It's funny. And I was trying to remember if I had taken it to school. I knew I took another album to school, and I don't know what it was. And I thought it was that one. It was such a long time ago. It was in the 4th grade. Oh my gosh. I know I got in trouble for that one. And I believe I had that on cassette. And yeah, it's been a long time. So now my memory for that is a little fuzzy. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, it was good times, a lot of fun, especially when this came out. So, lots of fun, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all the subscribers. I hit over 100 subscribers, and that's cool. I'm just really glad you guys are watching my channel, and I hope you guys are just having a great day and being blessed. Check out all the other guys, like Metal Ron, Vinylizer. Those guys are really cool. Scott Waters. I mean, all these guys. There's a lot of guys on there. I wish I could put everybody's name, but I don't have a list of everybody's name that I watch. I should. And I hope you guys like my Camelot shirt. I don't know if there's any Camelot fans out there. This is from One Cold Winter's Night. They came to San Antonio, and I got to meet Camelot with Roy Khan singing, and that was a killer show. Leaves' Eyes actually opened up for them, and that was awesome. I made an airbrushed art piece because I used to airbrush, and I put this on this piece of wood, and I told these guys about it because they were going to have a meet and greet, and I couldn't stay for the meet and greet, so I had to leave. Me and my wife had to leave, and I got 2 stories about this. And one of the guys says, hey, we'll come in the back. And I got to actually go in their dressing rooms and talk to them one-on-one. And they were just lined up, and they signed all my CDs. And Roy Khan was super cool. All the guys were really cool. And I got to meet the bass player out by the bus, and me and him were just talking because he's an artist too. It was the last bass player they had, the one before the new guy, which is funny because the new guy was with them before their last one. So I got to talk to him, me and my wife. We just had a great time with those guys. They were super cool. They even want to know if we were going to go out to eat with them. But we didn't get to. We had to get home because we did have our kids were little, and we got to see Leaves' Eyes. And this was a funny story. 2 funny stories. Leaves' Eyes, the singer Liv Christine was singing. We're in this little tiny club, and it's like roach infested place downtown, and she's singing. The music's just blurring, and you just see from the ceiling this big roach fall down right in her dress, in her chest, and she like grabs her chest, and she's singing the rest of the song, and she's singing, and when the song finishes, she runs to the side of the stage, and she's like trying to get it out, and this guy reaches in, I guess he's one of those like the road crew or something like that. He reaches in and grabs a roach and throws it out of her dress, and takes it out of her dress, and she's like freaking out, and it was just hilarious, and I felt so bad. And then we were in this little courtyard, and they had like it was outside, and surrounded like by a wooden fence, and Leaves' Eyes and Camelot were selling their merchandise, and a lot of these people were from Europe, you know, people selling their stuff. And the bass player from Leaves' Eyes was outside, you know, I think he was drinking a beer or something like that. He was just chilling out, and this huge roach. We're sitting down, and I was with my wife and a friend of mine, and this huge roach flies toward the merch table of Leaves' Eyes, and the girl running the merch table, she's from Europe, so she screams her head off, and we're just like, what's going on? And she's like pointing at the roach, and the bass player walks over there, he grabs this giant roach with his hand, and he throws it over the fence. And he looks at me, and I just looked at him, and I said, did you just grab that roach and throw it over the fence? Is this what I just saw? And he looks at me and goes, it's a bug. And I said, no, dude, that's a roach. And he just like sitting there drinking his beer. And I was like, dude, wash your hands, because that's a roach, man. Even in Texas, we don't grab roaches with our hands. That is crazy. So it was just hilarious. It was a funny story. But we had a great time at the Camelot show. If you're a Camelot fan, I'll show you some of my Camelot CDs next time. But I'm a huge Camelot fan. So if you're a Camelot fan, metal to you. Love you guys. We'll see you later. God bless. Rock on.